it's not an easy thing to do, to go out into
Actually,
the world.
it's
very easy.
Very easy.
You might think it's easy to say, but to decide to do that, to say
What
this
does
is
doing
who,
it involve?
whatever that person decides, but to
Does
go
it
out
involve
into the
makeup?
world and say, I don't identify as perhaps the sex I
So
was
why
born
can't
as.
I
It's not-
identify? Okay, why can't I identify as a black lesbian?
I
Why
think,
can't I, on International Women's Day, say I'm Piers Morgan, I'm a black lesbian?
I think taking it to a kind of absurd status,
I think
we're
that's
talking
what
about quite a
with
strong
respect, I
physical
think that
change.
you'd already opened the absurdity door by saying it is limitless. You can do what you like. Because actually people who go through the full process of transition, who actually go through what we used to call a sex change, which I don't think you can muck around with original biology, but those who actually go through surgical procedure over a number of years, I've got great respect for that very difficult journey they go on. And I want to compete, say, in sport. I'm a 6'4" athlete, sprinter, swimmer, whatever, who's competed very mediocrely in male sport. I now want to come in and crush women in swimming pools and in sprinting events and break all their records, perhaps irrevocably, just by saying, I'm a woman. I think that is the absurdity you were talking about.
In Connecticut, for example, in America, there are two trans athletes who were competing as male athletes, born to male biological bodies, tall, powerful, very fast. They are now identifying as female, and they're smashing all Connecticut women's records. I don't think that is fair to women's rights.
Right.
And you might be the first female leader, I'm presuming you're still identifying as female, of the Labour Party. And if you are, this is a proper issue about how far do trans rights override women's rights.
She's the swimmer who created shockwaves across the country, 23-year-old Leah Thomas.
Leah Thomas pulling away.
The UPenn swimmer making history in March as the first known transgender athlete to win a Division I national title. But her athletic achievements on the women's swim team igniting fierce debate over fairness in women's sports.
That's when I realized, not only were we forced to compete against men, the biological males here were given a preferential treatment over females. We were completely put on the back burner and sidelined. And that's when it hit me that, no one else is going to speak out about this.
It's extremely intimidating and frustrating being forced to compete against someone who's biologically a male. It's scientifically proven that they are bigger and stronger than women as they have more muscle mass and they have bigger organs. And it's just not a fair contest having a woman compete against a man, because no matter how hard she tries and how much work she puts in practice, the male will always beat her.
Daily Caller Patriots have access to thousands of exclusive articles and interviews, including with such great people as Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, Candace Owens, Donald Trump Jr. It's time to ditch the corporate narratives and the media spin. You deserve so much better. Become a Daily Caller Patriot today.